Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're doing something a little different. We're going to have some fun and look at unconventional housing options for retirement. So if you've ever dreamed of retiring in a home that's as unique as you, you're definitely in the right place. So why would we consider unconventional housing options? Well, the way I see it, as we look towards retirement, many of us are starting to think, I want a life that aligns with my values, my personal style, my lifestyle choices. So unconventional houses can offer affordability, sustainability, something that is more in line with you rather than I'm near a good school for my kids or something. So there are tiny homes that we're going to explore, houseboats. There are even communities that I found that are designed just to bring people closer together, which sounds really good in retirement for those of us who might be flying solo. And if you stick around with me till the end, I will share what I think is the most unconventional of them all. So you'll have to wait and see on that one. So whether you're nearing retirement, just curious, or you're planning ahead like I am, today's exploration will be fun, but hopefully we'll learn something along the way. First up, let's shrink things down a bit and talk about the big benefits of living in tiny, tiny houses. And here's why they could make a huge impact on your retirement. So when we're talking about tiny houses, this is not just a fad. If you've seen any of the HD TV shows, there is a full-fledged movement towards minimizing clutter, maximizing your freedom, and living sustainably. And they're a lot more affordable because there's not as much space, construction, whatever. What makes it unconventional isn't just their size, but the mind shift that they represent. And I know sitting right now in my family home as I'm becoming an empty nester, there's a lot here that I cannot blame on the kids. I've got some serious decluttering to do. And this would definitely be a mind shift in what I need versus what I think I need. Do any of you have those drawers of just in case? I have so much just in case, and I don't know how many years the stuff's been there. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So if you downsize your living space to something that is, I don't know, maybe the size of your garage, it does sound a bit extreme, but with that compact space, it's going to encourage you to have a simpler, more focused lifestyle. Tiny houses are designed to include all the essentials in a small, mobile footprint. This means lower living costs, less maintenance, more time and money for your hobbies and travel. Travel, love that part. It's an ideal solution for retirees who crave affordability alongside the freedom to relocate or travel without the ties of traditional home ownership. Not having a grass to mow? That sounds really good to me. All right, so let's get into this. If you're thinking, that sounds good, where do I start? I've got some options for you. So the first thing we're going to have here is Tumbleweed Tiny House Company. So they are known for beautiful, customizable tiny homes. They offer a range of designs that cater to different needs and tastes. So if you know where you like to settle, or even if you plan to move around, their models can be a perfect fit for you. Each home is built on a trailer, allowing you to tow your residence anywhere you wish. Talk about taking your home on the road. All right, so maybe you're not ready for that kind of commitment yet. I did find a place, it's up in Washington, and you can kind of test out your tiny house living with staying in a tiny home. Bayside Bungalow in Olympia, Washington offers a charming tiny house vacation rental. It's a good way to immerse yourself in tiny living without the initial commitment. So you could spend a week or two living there, just being among nature and seeing if it's the right thing for your retirement. And I've seen a lot of these. I went on Airbnb. I went a lot of places. So it isn't just Olympia, Washington, Joshua Tree out in California. I mean, pretty much anywhere near you, you're probably going to find somebody with a tiny home that you can go and kind of test it out. So whether you're looking for a permanent tiny home or just a taste of what downsizing feels like, there are options to provide that pathway for you. All right, so next up, houseboats. I can tell you right now, I don't think that sensation is for me, but we're still going to explore it because, again, what works for me may not work for you. The idea of waking up every morning with a waterfront view is kind of cool. So let's take a look. Imagine retiring not just near the water, but on it. Houseboats offer a unique living experience that combines the comfort of a home with the allure of waterfront living. It's like having your own personal island where every window has a view from dawn to dusk. So living on a houseboat means more than just stunning views. It's about embracing a lifestyle of freedom and tranquility. This choice appeals to those who love the idea of being connected to nature, appreciating the gentle sway of water, and the changing scenery with the seasons. It's about community too, as many houseboat residents share docks or social spaces, so it does foster a close-knit environment. I really like that part of it. So if you're intrigued by this lifestyle, let's take a look at a couple of communities where you can anchor your new home. First up, we have Sausalito Houseboats in California. This community has a rich history dating back to the post-war era and has evolved into an eclectic mix of homes. The artistic vibe and stunning views of the San Francisco Bay make Sausalito a coveted location for retirees seeking a serene yet stimulating environment. On the other side of the globe, we'll find Amsterdam Canal Houseboats. Known for their charming and historical significance, these floating homes line the famous canals of Amsterdam. So we're not going to get too much into visas and all of that. I'm just specifically going houseboats. I could have picked the Pacific Northwest, but this seemed a little fun. So there is this quintessential Dutch living experience if you went this way, and it is a lifestyle that celebrates history, beauty, and a deep connection to the city's culture. So whether it's the artistic shores of Sausalito, the bustling canals of Amsterdam, or right there in the Pacific Northwest, living on a houseboat can transform your retirement into a daily adventure. Okay, we've covered tiny homes and we've covered houseboats. Before we go on to our next adventure, if you could take a moment and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So now on to our next unconventional housing option, co-housing communities. And I gotta tell you, as I started playing around with these ideas of different ways that I could live as I move away from my conventional work life and home, becoming an empty nester, it's like you have all these possibilities. I had never really heard of co-housing communities before now. So this is new to me. Maybe it's new to you. If not, share in the comments and let us know what you know. And if it's brand new to you, let me know so that I don't feel like I'm the only one that missed the boat on this one. Anyways, this is more than being close to your neighbors. It is shared meals, common goals. It is a very intentional community. So this style of living could be perfect for the retiree who's looking to be very active, wants a social life, but also likes the idea of that support network. So in co-housing, you have a private home, but there's a lot of common or shared facilities. So like the kitchens, gardens, recreational spaces. So you do have your private space, which is, everybody needs that, but the community is really designed to promote social interactions, mutual assistance, and those can be really key components. Imagine working together and you're cooking this night, somebody else is cooking, or they're doing the dishes, or you're all coming together. That can be a really exciting way to live, especially for some of us who may be going into the retirement solo. It's something to consider. So if that sounds interesting or you're just plain curious like I am, let's take a look at a couple of examples. So first we have Oak Creek Community. This is in Stillwater, Oklahoma. This senior co-housing community is built around the idea of active supportive living. So the residents manage the community themselves, and there is a strong sense of ownership and involvement. There are communal dinners, shared gardening activities, and so it is a vibrant lifestyle, but you are very much part of this community. The next is Wolf Creek Lodge, and this is in Grass Valley, California. This is an adult co-housing community, so they are really focused on sustainable living and social connection. So again, shared meals in the common house several times a week, participation in group activities, manage the community cooperatively. And so it's going to be designed for those of us who really value environmental consciousness and that close-knit community. So whether you're drawn to the self-governance of Oak Creek or green living in Wolf Creek Lodge, these housing options provide a unique opportunity to redefine retirement. Now, let's explore an option that really tests the boundaries of our imagination: converted spaces. Have you ever thought about, I don't know if anybody thinks about this, but have you ever watched an HGTV show where somebody is living in a converted school or a barn or a church? These aren't just creative ideas, they're real options, and you can turn a historical or underused building into a stunning functional home. So this is probably perfect for the person who maybe has some handy person skills, or you just love the idea of history with modern living. So converted spaces are going to offer that unique blend of old and new, original architecture meets contemporary comforts. It's about preserving the past and embracing the future. And I like the idea, instead of something being torn down, being reused, repurposed. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. So first, there is the Sanctuary, Minnesota. This is located in Rochester, Minnesota. This former church has been transformed into a serene retreat and living space. The Sanctuary maintains its original stained glass and vaulted ceilings, offering a peaceful atmosphere that is imbued with history. It's an ideal spot for those seeking tranquility in their retirement years. There's another example here at the Lofts at McKinley, and this is in Phoenix, Arizona. And if you're interested in Phoenix at all, I happen to have a video on that. Got to figure out how to post it. All right, this project has converted an old school into a modern residential complex for seniors. The lofts retain the school's classic exterior, while the interior has been reimagined to offer comfortable, stylish living spaces. It is a blend of classic architecture and modern design, making it an attractive choice for retirees looking for something a little out of the ordinary. It's about making a bold statement about your living choices and having a home that truly stands out. From fixed homes with historical roots, we're going to shift gears to a lifestyle that's all about mobility and freedom. We're talking mobile homes and RV living. This is a fantastic option for retirees who are not content staying in one place. And I think my husband would say, I am that person. I always want to be planning my next trip, on my way to my next trip. Imagine having the flexibility to chase summer across the country or wake up to a new view whenever you wish. That's the allure of mobile and RV living. This lifestyle isn't just for vacationers, it is a full-time retirement choice for a lot of people. Modern mobile homes and RVs offer all the comforts of traditional homes. I mean, some of these you would not know you're in an RV or a mobile home until maybe you see the exterior of them. They just happen to have wheels. I will say it can be an affordable option, but I've seen some of these RVs and oh my gosh, I was shocked. But anyways, if this sounds interesting to you, let's get into a couple of examples, but there are so many more options out there. So the first step, Escapees RV Club. This isn't just a club, it is a community of RVers, and it offers resources, support, even mail forwarding services, which is something I've never thought of, but you know, if you're living on the road, your mail needs to go somewhere. It's perfect for those who want to maintain a sense of community and have support while they're on the road, which I think just makes sense. And for the more stationary option, we're going to look at the Villages at Turning Stone in Verona, New York. It's an RV park that caters to long-term stays. So you have all of these luxurious amenities like a golf course, spa, fine dining, and you bring your RV there and you can stay for a season, a long-term, but you still have the freedom to be mobile. So this is going to be ideal for retirees who want a semi-permanent location with the option to hit the road at any time. Mobile and RV living redefine what it means to be home, and I think that is super cool. I don't know that I could ever get my Mitch to commit to that. The tiny space is going to be a stretch and a half already for him, but now if I put it on wheels, I don't know, I got to work on that one. All right, so now, if you stuck with me, I have what I think is the most unconventional option yet, eco-villages. So if you thought RV living was a shift from the norm, wait until you see what I have found out about eco-villages in retirement. And now what I am considering the most unconventional option of them all, eco-villages. This isn't just about choosing a unique place to live. It's about a lifestyle that is in harmony with the environment and built around the principles of sustainability, community, and shared resources. Eco-villages are designed to be low impact, high sustainable communities that offer private homes and shared communal spaces. So it is similar a little bit to the co-housing we talked about earlier, but there is much more focus on the eco part of this one. This is going to be a choice for the retiree who wants to prioritize green building materials, renewable energy, organic farming. If you are very conscious about environmental footprints and you want to contribute to a healthier planet, we all do to some extent, eco-villages might be something for you to consider. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. I'm starting with Dancing Rabbit Eco Village because I just love the name. And this is in northeastern Missouri. This community is all about environmental sustainability. With homes built from natural and reclaimed materials, residents live cooperatively by sharing resources, cars, and even meals prepared from locally grown produce. It's a vibrant example of what eco-conscious community living can look like. Next up, there is Find Horn. My lisp gets me every time. I'll put the words on here somewhere. This eco-village is in Scotland. And again, like I said earlier with Amsterdam, not getting into what it would be like to retire in Scotland and the visas and everything. We're just right now looking at the idea of eco-villages. Although I could do a video on Scotland. You need me to travel to Scotland? Put it in the comments. All right, I got sidetracked again. Anyways, so this is globally known. Find Horn integrates eco-housing, renewable energy systems, and organic food production, all while fostering a strong sense of community. It's a place where you live in balance with nature, surrounded by like-minded individuals. So, as we've seen, retirement doesn't have to mean settling down in a conventional sense. Unconventional housing options like tiny houses, houseboats, co-housing communities, the converted spaces, all of these, they allow you to align your living space with your values, your lifestyle choices, what kind of community you want to be a part of. You don't have to do it for anybody else now. So I have to ask, which of these unconventional housing options intrigued you the most? Could you see yourself embracing one of these lifestyles in retirement? You have to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've had any experiences with any of these unconventional housing options, please let us know. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.